Hey guys, Rylan Russell here. Today I want to talk to you about my favorite plugin that we use on our WordPress website to host our sermon podcasts. Let's go. All right, so if you're a church, I'm sure you've ran into the same issue. You have all your sermons and you have been posting them either on Facebook Live or YouTube, and you also want to generate a podcast feed and upload those somewhere where it's your own content, not relying on other providers. So my favorite plugin that we use is a plugin that was developed called Series Engine. If you go to seriesengine.com, by the way, I'm not sponsored or anything by them. I just have used them for years now, and I've loved them. So seriesengine.com, they've got a couple of different products here: Prayer Engine, Groups Engine. Those look interesting too. Series Engine, though, effortless sermon archives and podcasting, a premium plugin for WordPress. It's a one-time fee. There's no monthly fees. That's my favorite thing about it, is that we bought this once and we've used it for years now. $99 now. It used to be a little cheaper, but if we go over to our website, you can see one of my favorite things is the way they integrate so well with WordPress with just a short code basically anywhere in your website. Here is Series Engine at work on our website. So this is last week's sermon series, and you can go in here and go to the details, and you can look at the sermon notes. You can share it. You can also just listen to the audio-only version. And then the other awesome thing is that it's got it built in to where on the back end, where I'll show you, it automatically will generate your podcasts for you for Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all those different places. So here's how I do our sermon podcasts every week. All right, so I download the audio from however you've recorded the sermon audio, and I just bring it into Audacity. And the first thing I do is just find the start of the sermon. All right, looks like right there.
Hey guys, so glad.
Yep. All right, so shift function, left arrow key, delete.
Hey guys.
Now we're at the beginning. And then I'll zoom back out. I like Audacity because it's free. It's just really easy, quick. And then I just do one little audio treatment to it at the end. So let's see where his end is. Would you pray with me? Hey, that was a good guess. Zoom back in here.
Would you pray with me?
I usually cut off the ending prayer. And then I select everything and I come up to Effect, Amplify. Amplify is going to make it where it's not going to compress your signal. All it's going to do is increase the waveform all the way until it would clip. So it's not a limiter, it's not a compressor, it's really just bringing up the levels all the way across the board as much as it can before it clips. So this one this week had about 3 or 4 dB of gain, which is good when people are listening on their phones and stuff.
Hey guys, so glad y'all are here.
All right, and then now we're just going to export that. I always export my sermons at 128 kilobytes per second. That's plenty big enough for just audio talking. All right, so then that exports. All right, so here we have Series Engine in WordPress. Series Engine, the way it works is you literally build series and assign them to speakers and topics, and it creates a searchable database on your website. So we have a dedicated page on our website for these. And if we go there, you can browse the different sermon series. You can view an archive. You can browse by speakers, by topics. So if we go to the View Series Archives, it creates a really nice searchable, database for your sermons. And this doesn't have to be sermons. It could be any audio podcast that you want. It's just called Series Engine, and churches use it, but it'd be a great podcast hosting option for you. So if we go into Series Engine, this is how we're going to add the next sermon message to this series. So if it was a new series, you would come in and add a new series to Series Engine, and you would add new. But since we've already got it, we can just go up and add a new message. So we're adding a new message. We're going to call it buckle up the dashboard. And then we select our speaker. Select the date. It was January 24th. And you can add a description of whatever you want. All right, and then here in the audio area, you're going to make sure that your file has exported from Audacity or whatever program you're using. And it has. We're going to go to Upload Files. You can just find that file. And 31 megabytes, we should be good there. Something you might run into on your WordPress installs is you may need to increase the upload size limit. And there's lots of plugins that you can use to do that. All right, it is finishing uploading there. We just click Select File. Now, we also stream with Restream to YouTube, so I'll always go. What I like to do is go to our channel and add in the embed code for the series or for the service, but I like to add the start time to where the sermon is actually going to start. So if we go over to our videos, this is week 2, and then let's find where he's going to start preaching at. We dismiss the kids. All right, so right before that. All right, pause it, hit share, embed, then you're going to click start at 4139, copy that, come back over to your video embed code. Video URL is if you're going to upload a video straight to your own server or your your own WordPress install. Don't do that. Use YouTube or Vimeo. All right, and then you have to add it to the series. So ours is the Buckle Up series. It was a topic about vision for our church. So I'm going to click that. Those are just making it searchable. And now we click Add New Message. One other thing that's cool is you can add links to sermon notes on there. We use a virtual sermon notes, digital sermon notes app that is actually free. So I will grab the link to that as well. If I come back over and go to our sermon notes, and I'll click View All Past Notes, so that way I can grab the link to the current sermon. And then I will come over to Links and Downloads, add a name. We'll call it the Dashboard Sermon Notes. We'll link to it in a new window, and we will attach that to there. Click Update Message, and then you're done. And now it is live. So if we come back to our home page and we refresh it, there we go. Now we have our sermon that's going to start right there.
Hey guys, so glad.
We have our audio podcast.
Hey guys, so glad y'all here.
And we have our sermon notes. You can do more messages from that speaker, and it will bring up all of his messages that he's preached. It's an awesome plugin. It's well worth the $100 that you're going to pay to organize your podcast, your videos, all in one place on your website where you control the content delivery. But then it also integrates really well with podcasting. And I'll show you really quick on the back end of Series Engine how it does that. You have Generate Podcast right here. When you do this, you create your first podcast link, and then you will take this link and you will share it right here. It says share it in a service like iTunes. And you can also delete these podcasts. So like Spotify, you have to go in and tell it to search for that podcast link. But then you can also take this link, and if you have a church app like we do, we have... All right, so if we go into our church app and we go to sermons, that third option, there you go. It's already got the dashboard pulled up.
Hey guys, so glad y'all here with us this morning.
And just like that, you have your sermon now on all the different platforms ready to go. It takes me about 10 minutes every Monday morning to get this set up and going. and I can highly recommend Series Engine if you're looking for something like that. So check it out, guys. Like I said, not sponsored, just trying to help out with things that have helped me out along the way. All right, remember, we can do a lot of great things, do it all for the right reasons. We'll see you in the next one.